Why does it sometimes feel so hard to navigate twin flame separation? I'm Breann, Master Certified Ascension Coach with Twin Flames Universe. And today we're going to talk about the struggles of separation. And why do we talk about separation so often? Well, to some degree, we are all experiencing separation in some way, shape, or form from our twin flame. And you first want to understand that separation is a delusion. It is not a real reality, but it feels very, very real. And that experience of the delusion of separation is what creates the pain and the suffering and the misery. And that pain and that suffering and that misery is actually where the challenges arise. And that is where the difficulty comes and what feels so hard to move through. But I'm going to tell you the most challenging thing that arises on the twin flame journey, and it is the thing that manifests your union, is actually reflecting within oneself. I've seen this time and time again, and I've experienced it for myself. You find an uncomfortable place in your consciousness, and you just don't want to go there because there's a fear that if you look there, you're then going to make it real. But you got to understand that that's what the ego is telling you. The ego wants you to remain in that delusion. It wants you to remain separate. And pain and suffering, it stems from the ego. And so it wants you to stay stuck there. But in truth, when you look at yourself, you self-reflect and you really look at those wounds that you're experiencing within yourself, you automatically shine that light because in truth, you are a divine being and you are that of love and light. And so when you look in that place, you give that part of your consciousness your full-on attention and presence. You shine the love that you are onto that darkness and it resolves it completely. And what you're left with is love and union consciousness. And you do this in every area of your consciousness. It's kind of like, let's say if you had a massive mansion and it had so many rooms in it, and all of these rooms have closed doors and they're all dark and maybe got cobwebs and things in them. And I mean, and it takes you lots and lots of time to walk from floor to floor to floor and open every single door. This is just an analogy of what it could be like exploring your consciousness. You're going and you're opening all of those nooks and crannies, all of those doors in your consciousness that are dark and maybe frightening to look at, and you're shining a flashlight, you're shining a light in there, you're cleaning the room up, you're preparing it for you and your twin flame. But when you're outside of that part of your consciousness and that fear is screaming at you very loudly, you're not going to want to look at it. You're not going to want to self-reflect. And if anything, what we're all very used to is finding something else externally to pacify ourselves, so that we don't have to look at that place. But that's what you don't want to do, because not looking at yourself, not looking within your own consciousness, perpetuates the delusion of separation. So the most challenging thing on the twin flame journey is that introspection, self-introspection. And that's really what the journey is in itself, because as you love yourself, as you get to know who you truly are as a divine being, you naturally magnetize and meet your twin flame. And why is that? Because they are you. When you are loving you, you are loving them unconditionally, and they are so attracted to that love. So you are your liberation. You hold the key to manifesting your union. No one else can do it for you. No one has that power, nor is it their responsibility to. The responsibility is wholly and completely in your hands, and that in itself should empower you and liberate you. Now, when I say that it's in your hands and it is your responsibility, your healing, that doesn't mean that you need to go off in a corner and do it alone. I've tried that. Many others I've spoken with have tried that, and you always come to a rut. You end up getting stuck. I ended up getting stuck because unfortunately, we cannot always see where we are blocked. We cannot always see where we are experiencing a delusion. But someone that is walking the same journey as you, and they are also doing their inner healing work, and they are ascending they're moving into their perfect state of union, that person can help you and you can help them. Humanity as a whole, as we all reflect within ourselves and we manifest our greatest heart's desires, we all help and heal ourselves and one another. So know that you don't need to do it alone. To uproot the delusion of separation and manifest that union consciousness, you have a massive amount of support around you. You just have to reach out and claim it. And if you would like to claim your support today, all of my information is in the description box below. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.